Hello everyone, this is Erika of the storytellingjuveler.com, and this is our weekly coffee time with Erika. I was looking forward to it very much, and I already have my coffee prepared. So, who is with me today? Please let me know in a comment if you are here, if you can hear me, if you can see me. Teresa, Angelica, Mariela, Kata. I'm really happy that you could join me today. Zuzi, Maria, Anita, welcome, ladies. Are you already having your drinks prepared? Cheryl, Andrea, welcome, ladies. I don't know if you have noticed the huge improvement. You see, like here at the bottom of the page, besides Coffee Time with Erika, you actually see coffee emojis. What an achievement, right? I try to focus on small steps these days to like keep motivated. Oh, we have Lorraine from Australia with us. Connie is here. Teresa says, perfect coffee and gardening time. Best health to all of you who join today. Oh, and one more new thing I just discovered in this broadcasting program, that I can actually put your comments on screen. I think it's really fun. So Tanya is also here. Petra, she has a tea. Katalin is enjoying her lunch. Bon appetit. Enjoy your lunch, Kata. Lila is here. Sharon has her coffee in hand. Great. Corinne is here. Sia, Miriam, and Lorraine has a coffee also, but it's 11 o'clock during the night in Australia, actually. Deb, good morning from Michigan. Hello. So I see that Zuzi likes the new functionality. I hope you like it too. I think it's really fun. Martina. And he's also eating lunch. Isn't it fun that Kata in Stockholm and Anne from the UK, they are basically eating lunch together? I think it's amazing. Oh, Shaila is doing a cake for her mom's birthday. Oh, congratulations to your mom. Annalyn is here. Julia from Chicago. Barbara. We have great company today, ladies. So it seems that hi Cora, thanks. Thank you. So it seems that we really have an international company again. I love it. I love it that you guys are checking in from so many different parts of the world. It's so nice to see that beading is really bringing us close to each other. And thank you for being here. I don't know if you maybe hear the background noises. There is also a cloud computing workshop going on in the flat. It might be a bit hearable. And actually, up until just recently, we also had, my Dutch friends will know this, you know, the machine piano, which people play on the markets and on the streets. We just had one on the street for about an hour because there is an elderly people's home across from us. So it's really nice that that they try to cheer up people living here in this social housing. But can you imagine, like, the cloud computing workshop and the machine piano? So I did not get a lot of work done today, but this is the most important part of the day, so who cares? Anne says she's also having lunch, some leftover ham and roasted veggies. Zuzi just finished the brownie and coffee, so she had a bit of time for herself. That's so nice, Zuzi. Miriam is asking, how is Edward? Edward is resting. Yesterday he came for a walk with me, and it was really nice. Yeah, Anita and Petra know the machine pioneer, the dry orchel. I didn't know the word for it. Thank you so much. Yes, it indeed sounds like being in a circus. It also felt like being in a circus. So I would like to mention the last week's Beads Together we had on Friday. I think it was really lovely, and Susie mentioned already the cake. So we were beading the Leah pendant. This is my original colorway, and this seems to be a tricky piece because some of the beaders had trouble keeping it flat. So then I think Kata had an idea that you have to sit on it if you want to flatten it. And later I shared my chocolate brownie, my special chocolate brownie recipe in the group. So in case you need some more weight for flattening your pendant, then that's also how we here at the Storytelling Jeweler can help you. Chocolate brownie and salty caramel recipes. So I would really like to show you some of the results of the Bead Together. And first, Sharon. She says, this is one of the good things that came out of the virus, these video gatherings where people from all over the world can gather and share. Thank you, Erika. Thank you, Sharon. I agree, like, when at first people kept telling, like, try to look at the positive side, I was like, where is the positive side? But I realized that without this situation, I would I planned to start video Bead Togethers, but I would postpone it and postpone it. But this way, I was pushed to start it finally. So Katie says that she's going to start Leah today. That's great. And to motivate you, I would like to show you some of the results what we had here in the group. I really like this color combination from Annalyn, for example. And this is like so nice and so sweet. I really like it how the turquoise and the pink tones are blended to each other with the help of the gray support duos and also the Jet AB bicones. They were a really nice choice on the edge. Then we have here a very nice version from Marion. She beaded it with a chaton in the middle. And yeah, in the original, I mentioned that you have to use a Rivoli, but it also works with a chaton or even an 8mm pearl in the middle. So don't worry if you don't have a Rivoli. And we also have here Tanya's beautiful pendant in turquoise. Everything what is turquoise, that really speaks to me. And one more very, very, very beautiful one from Petra from the Netherlands. And I love it because she actually fixed it on top of a filigree brooch. And we had the filigree topic in March, right? So in the past month, we were talking a lot about how can we use filigree components in our beadwork. So this is actually one way how you can really, really use filigrees. And even if like most of it is covered, but it has a technical added value because it really keeps your beadwork firm. And that small edge around the motif, I think that's a really nice addition. Thank you for sharing the picture with us, Petra. So I'm really happy you like them. And Yeah. I'm just looking at the comments if I missed the question or something. Oh, Cheryl says, I watch on catch up and the sitting on it part had me laughing, but it did work too. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. First I was telling like, ladies, you don't have to do everything what Kata tells you, even if she's such an experienced beader. But it seems that it really works, so yeah, thanks Kata for the idea. And yeah, I'm still trying to, besides the Fridays beat-togethers, I'm still trying to keep up with the monthly topics, but I have to confess that in April, I got a little bit behind. So I would like to continue a bit more with the Be a Green Beader team, because I think it deserves a lot more attention than this, and we have to go on. Also, I have a feeling that I have to, just this week, just for a couple of days, I had to slow down a bit because I had a little bike accident this week on Sunday. I had an unplanned takeoff, so now I have small but deep punches in my palms, and it's a bit hard to beat. So yeah, and hard to move around. But anyways, it's all good. And luckily, I wanted to be like super effective, and I already designed next Friday's topic on Saturday before my fall with the bike. So I will show it to you during this broadcast. We have some questions in the meanwhile. Zuzia says, my only problem with Leia was that the 3mm bicons cut my fire line 2 times before I finished. Do you ladies have any opinion to prevent this nightmare in the future? Yeah, bicon beads tend to do that, unfortunately. What you can do is that when you pull the fire line through the bicons, then be very careful not to pull the fire line on the edge of the bicon beads, but like keep it like centered, if it makes sense. So you don't, if here is your bicon, then your thread should go like this. Okay, now I'm controversial, right? So you should not pull the thread like this, but directly out of the bicon. And that will help you a bit to not weaken the fire line. If anyone else has some ideas, then please share it with us so we can help Zsuzsa with the bicon problem. Veronica is asking about the earrings. I will tell about them at the end if you want. Sharon says, I found that with mine it was very flexible. Discovered that I had used one super duo with the rounded ends instead of the tapered end. Those did not fit as well together, so we'll need to redraw. Yeah, well, cutting apart pieces and starting anew is like a real part of a beader's life. I just showed recently a picture in the Facebook group that, yeah, I also cut apart a piece because I was not entirely happy with it. But I think it's like, let's look at it like some kind of personal development. That nowadays I try not to get angry, even if I invested a lot of time in a piece, and just like try to like, okay, I learned something from it. I will do it in a different way next time. So, oh, thank you so much for the well wishes, ladies. It's funny because last week when I had the Facebook Live in the Seed Beads and More group, then one of my Hungarian friends, she wished me, there is a weird Hungarian saying, like when you want to wish someone luck, then you tell her like break a leg and break an arm and a leg. And yeah, break a leg, that's also said in English, right? So she told it to me, and actually I managed to break a toe before the broadcast. And then like I talked to my sister Yvette, you know her, she's my helper, who is helping me with shipping your orders. And she told me like, yeah, it's not a problem until it's your leg, like just take care of your fingers. Yeah, the fingers are still good, I just can't bend them completely, but it's okay. And oh, Lorraine is asking about the Bead Together in May. It is in May. I just had an introductory session last Monday when I was talking about the material, what you need for the project, but we haven't started yet, but very, very soon. So we will actually, as I said, we will return, we will keep at the Be a Green Beader topic. And I just wanted to mention that from Niti, from Anita, I already received a bag of Ziploc bags to reuse. And thank you so much. It might, if you live nearby to me or to Yvette, then you are always very welcome to send back the Ziploc bags to us. And if you live further away, then it might make more sense to maybe talk to your local bead shop if they also accept Ziploc bags to reuse. And well, you know that I have a helper who really cares about being a green beader. It's Estefan. And he has a surprise. He has some surprise news. Very, very soon he will actually have a new sister and a brother. So I think that's exciting. So stay tuned. Yeah, Lauren says that we can that she cannot get mail from you or to you yet. Yes, indeed. Between Europe and Australia at the moment, the postal services were indeed interrupted, but I hope that soon it will be okay. And yeah, there was something about being a green beader what I would like to mention, because I think it's also very nice to use some items in our beadwork which were not intended maybe for beading. And well, I shied away from this topic for quite a long time, but a couple of years ago I actually realized that it is indeed possible to use found objects in your beadwork, and they don't compromise the quality, they don't compromise the end result. It can still be a jewel. It doesn't have to be Swarovski only to make it nice. So tell me, ladies, I'm really curious, have you ever used found objects in your beading? I would love to hear about it. And in the meanwhile, Petra says, congratulations, Estefan and Erika too, of course. He says, thank you very much, Petra. Miriam says, Steffi needs hardly a companion. Well, turtles work best in groups and in families, so that's why. Sarah is waiting for her Estefan at the moment. He's a fun companion, I promise. So, in the meanwhile, because there is a little delay with how I speak and how I how you hear me actually, a couple of seconds. So until I am waiting for your answers about using found objects in your beadwork, I would like to show you a piece where I used some found objects, or like some unusual objects. And this is my safekeeper necklace. I made it a couple of years ago, I think 5 years ago, for the Battle of the Beadsmith competition. And if you look closer, especially at the upper part, then you see that indeed I used some unusual things in it. The whole Safekeeper project, it was made after I moved from Prague to Amsterdam, and I had to make a lot of decisions that like concerned, like I had a lot of stuff. I was kind of a hoarder with clothes, with everything. And I had to make a lot of decisions, like, what do I want to take with me to Amsterdam? And we didn't hire a moving company, we just had a car that time, so it had to fit to the car. Then I had to make a lot of decisions, like what to gift away, what can I give to charity, what do I have to throw away, what can I sell. So this all big like the whole situation, it made me think about items I have, that maybe I have items which cost a lot of money, but at the end they don't mean anything. But then I have items which didn't cost money, but they mean the word to me, because they are connected to somebody I love, or to a memory which I cherish. So the Safekeeper necklace, it's a combination of these two things. That it contains, for example, Swarovski stones, which are fancy and beautiful, but yeah, when I look at the box, they are nice, but I don't have memories connected to them, or they don't especially evocate feelings. But then, for example, I collected some of these driftwood pieces during a hike with my best friend, or the coffee spoon. Well, I think I don't have to explain why is a coffee spoon special for me. Or for example, the part, when you look at the picture, then at the upper right side, you see like a silver button and a kind of a gray stone next to it and partially under it. And I found this stone during one of the walks with my dogs. So that's why it's special to me. And also I left some negative space open in the necklace. So that represents that you can collect items, but there will always be something in your life what you can't fill with material objects. So that's the story of my Safekeeper, and I hope that it gives you some inspiration to use some found objects. And I have a question to my Dutch friends, or for those friends who have been to Amsterdam. So, can you recognize where did I take the picture, which you see on the screen? It's in Amsterdam, but very exactly. And in the meanwhile, I will read some of your comments to share with each other. What do we think about using upcycled objects, found objects? So Cora says, coins from a trip to the States. I made a pendant out of it, like a memorial piece. That's great, Cora. Then Cheryl, I have plans to use some stones I have picked up in beadwork, but need more skill yet. Only been beading 11-ish month. Then Cheryl, if you need any help, then you know where to find me. and I hope that we can give you plenty of inspiration in the Storytelling Beading Club. Anne says, before the virus closed the charity thrift shops, I would go to them to buy jewelry and strip the good beads and clasps from them. That's also a great idea, I think. Don't let those beads or sometimes even components to be thrown away. Kata says, I used some stones which I found by the sea. Martina, a cabochon from the second-hand shop with flowers on it. And Zhuzhana, I usually collect cabochon-like stones on beaches, but they are still waiting for me to incorporate them into jewelry. That time will come. Zuzi says, found objects. I collected shells and sea glass during vacation. They still wait to be turned into jewelry. I actually still have a shell I got from you, Zuzi. I treasure it. Hydrin says, I beaded around tiny tiles from my bathroom. Thank you so much for the idea. I think this is a really good example how we can inspire each other and why it is so nice to share what we do. Lisa, shells, driftwood, sea glass, and toys I have found on the beach. Kata, oh yes, I also collected a lot of shells. Wonder where they are in a box. So, Hydrum washers covered with leather, in the middle hole an 8mm cabochon. That's also a great idea, I think. So, let's try also to incorporate some of these objects into your beadwork. It would be really nice to see, I think. So, does anyone recognize where did I take this picture? It's a very special place in Amsterdam. I will sip some coffee in the meanwhile. Nicolene is here. She will recognize it. Nicolene, do you recognize the place where I have taken the picture, what you see on the screen at the moment? We are talking, I think you just joined us now. We are talking about possibilities to use found objects or to use recycled, upcycled objects in your jewelry. And Katalin has it. Yes, indeed. It's the Amsterdam Harbor, the part called NDSM, which is an old shipyard. The shipyard itself, it went bankrupt a couple of years ago, but the area, it was not abandoned. The city actually proposed the area to use by creatives. So the parts of the shipyard are housing a monthly regular flea market. If I know well, then it's actually the biggest flea market in Europe. And I also like to go there sometimes and hunt down treasures to use in my beadwork. So I think flea markets are also worth to mention. And when the crisis ends, then we can have a challenge to go to a flea market in your area and hunt down some nice components and use them in your beadwork. I think it would be really, really cool to make a challenge like this together. So, and we are slowly getting to some very exciting parts of today's broadcast, because not only will I show you the design, what I designed for you for Friday, but also at the end of the broadcast, I will announce that who won the book I put up for a contest. Then I invited you to celebrate my birthday with me. So first, I would like to show you the design for this coming Friday. I hope you are excited. And it's so funny because I actually wanted to ask you to help me to name the design, but then at the last minute, something just popped into my mind and I had the name. So sorry. But this is it. Okay, I will put up one more picture so you can see it better. Just a moment. Are you still hearing the cloud computing workshop in the background? So this time, I think we haven't made earrings for quite some time, unless somebody changed the design into earrings. So I deliberately wanted to make something which is a little bit smaller and can be very well used for earrings. But of course, you can have it as a pendant too. I think it's absolutely usable as a pendant too. And I'm really glad that you like it. I beaded 2 versions for now, and I will show you the material list. I will share the material list after the broadcast. But a quick oh my God, sometimes my mind just wanders off to the cloud computing workshop. I'm so sorry. So a quick recap of the material. You will need 12mm rivolis to the middle, 3 and 4mm fire polished beads. You will need number 15 and number 11 seed beads, round ones, but you will also need number 11 Miyuki Delica. And then it's up to you actually that what do you put into this hanging part. I used some of the beads which went to this square-like thing itself, plus I added a 6mm round pearl on the left side and a fire polished one on the right side. You can also go, if you want more bling, then you can use 3mm Swarovski Bicon beads. Or if you want to keep it a bit simpler, or you like the opaque look more, then you can also go for fire polished beads. And it's so funny that you say that Teresa says beautiful butterflies, and also Miriam says like butterflies, and I actually ended up making naming the piece Papillon as butterfly. So I hope that it really makes sense. So I hope you are I hope you are getting excited about the design. I am looking forward very much to bead it with you on this coming Friday. Central European time, it's 5 o'clock, and it's 11 in the morning New York City and 8 in the morning California. So I hope you like the idea. I would recommend to if you are more on the beginner side, then I would recommend to get familiar with right angle wave before you join us on Friday. It's not a tricky design, but you should have a little bit of experience with right angle wave to be able to follow the instructions. Cheryl says she will be here with us. That's great. And it's so funny that now everyone is saying like, yeah, it was my first thought to butterflies. But you know, until I have put it on screen, I just somehow didn't realize it. Now it's so obvious. Isn't it funny? So, getting very close to announcing the winner. But first, I would like to mention you the special deal we have today. This time, it's actually not for the whole week, but only for 24 hours. Last week, we had special collections available from L2 Studio. And this week, what's left, you can grab the cabochons one by one. So I really recommend to check out what's remaining. They are a great way to like really upscale your jewelry. If you plan to bead embroider with me in May, then after using the coin, I think this is a really nice step up. You will be very happy with the result. It gives a luxurious feel. And this is all made from clay and porcelain. So it's 100% nature, still on topic with our Be a Green Beader monthly theme. And yeah, we are finally, Kata is asking, but there is nothing left. Or well, you and Susie and Aniko and a couple of other beaders, they nearly bought all of the available collections, but there are a few left. A few, not a lot. So if anyone else wants to grab something, then hurry up. Hurry up. Kata is dangerous. So back to the celebrate with me topic. Let's see. This is what I put together last week. And I invited you to celebrate my birthday with me. And I would like to give away a book called Costume Jewelry. I also have a copy myself. And yeah, it gives great inspiration regarding shapes and colors. And it's just so nice, I think, to get more familiar with the history of jewelry making. So a copy of this book is waiting for a lucky beader. And let's see who. Okay, so Martin Macho-Cibulka won the book. I just went over to the program to see that that who was selected by the program, and it's Martin. Congratulations, Martin. We will get in touch with you. So, ladies, if you have any more questions left, I promised Veronica to tell you a bit more about the earrings I have. I will quickly search for a picture so you see it better. Just a moment. Just a moment. It's part of the Traveler collection, actually. So you can bead with me something similar during May in the Seed Beads and More Facebook group. We are having a special. I'm invited as a teacher of bead embroidery to the Seed Beads and More Facebook group. I really recommend to join it if you are not a member of it yet. And you can learn with me the basics of bead embroidery. and we will create a special keepsake piece, and we will use a coin as a focal. And the earrings I have at the moment, they were created from coins which I brought back from Malaysia. And yeah, Zuzi recognized it. And actually, Zuzi, when you were visiting me in Prague once, then this is the pair of earrings I was working on. And I think I got some very valuable advice from you, because I just couldn't decide about the hanging part, and I wanted to go bigger and bigger. And this time I listened to you when you said, like, it's enough, Erika. So these earrings are a result of some brainstorming together, and that were some really nice times. So actually, when I look at these earrings, when I'm wearing these earrings, then not only do I remember my trip to Malaysia, but also I remember the time you spent with me in Prague. So we have some questions here. Cheryl is asking, does it matter if the coin is larger than you have said? It will be the right thickness. It does not matter. Larger is actually better than smaller. I find it more difficult to bezel it and to attach it when it is smaller. Like, if you have a really big coin, then you will spend quite some time with bezeling it. But yeah, no technical problem. It has to be, as you say, if the thickness is right, then it will be all right. Oh my God, if the thickness is right, it will be all right. In the meanwhile, I'm looking for a picture. I have used once a huge coin for a necklace, and I want to show you that indeed it's not a problem if it's bigger. You just have to you just have to work more. So this is a necklace where I used, like, I think the coin is big like this. And yeah, no problem. It just has to be thick enough, but otherwise all is well. So, ladies, does anyone have any more questions left? If not, then I would like to thank you for your time. Thank you for drinking a cup of virtual coffee with me. I am really looking forward to Friday. In the meanwhile, before Friday, don't forget to post your color combinations for the papillon earrings in the Storytelling Beading Club, so we can all see that, and get inspired by each other. So take care, ladies. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and have a wonderful afternoon or wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.